everybody? Big Herc916. Positivity, motivation. Never settle for average. Go pick you up some merch at BigHerc916.com. Represent, become a part of the community. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share this channel. Let's blow it up. You know, I was just sitting here thinking, man, and I had a question for you guys. Have you ever wondered why so few can control so many? And you know what I mean by the few. The people that tell you what to do on the news, the people that tell you how you should vote, how you should carry yourself, how you should live. The people that try to determine where you should be at in society. There's only a few of them, man. And there's billions of us. You know, it all starts in school, man. And I actually give props to those who homeschool their kids because they're not getting indoctrinated. They're not getting indoctrinated by information that the few have put together. All the lies, the history, the bullshit, they control the narrative. And the things you learn as a child, you carry with you throughout life. And it's not until you get old enough to have some common sense that you realize a lot of that shit has been debunked. The fact that we all didn't come from Africa as slaves. You had Moors that were here, that were sovereigns, that actually were Native Americans. And not all the Native Americans looked at what you've seen on the Lone Ranger. A lot of the history about how things took place as far as in Black Wall Street, the Tuskegee Project, the real narrative of the NAACP. A lot of things, man, when you start really now having access to information and people who question the narrative and they put out information and you could take both sides of the information and come to your own conclusion. See, information that makes you submissive is favorable because that means control. I bet you most of you couldn't even find your high school diploma right now because you haven't used it for anything. What you have used is what you learned through life experiences to survive, which has carried you to this point. Have you seen King Kong, the movie? And when they capture Kong and try to put him in chains and make him submissive, did you see how he fought and how they kept trying to drug him? What are they doing to you and your kids? Same thing, right? Have you seen animals at the zoo and how they look? Like, damn it, man. I knew I should have went right instead of left. And here I am now, sitting in this cage. Or the animals at the circus. See, they train them young. You get those little powerful lions, baby tigers, elephants, bears. You know, you got some little weakling human being, feeding them, giving them bottles, spanking them. You know, sometimes they put a chain on them, lock them up. Then when they take the chain off or let them out the cage, they're docile. They're docile until they go back to that natural state. And then they're like, oh my God, he attacked him. He attacked his trainer. Oh my God, he was such a good animal. Yeah, he's an animal. And he woke up for a brief minute. See, it's the same thing when we talk about people, a lot of people don't want to wake up, which is fine. A lot of people love being walking zombies. Everybody thinks, you know, oh my God, zombie apocalypse. It's already here, man. Go to Philadelphia. Go to different parts of Chicago. Go to LA. Go to Skid Row. Go to San Francisco to Tenderloin. You'll see zombies. It's here, man. You ever trip out why they don't want a lot of ex-felons to have their rights back? See, a lot of guys, when they go to jail, even though they might have did something which was considered wrong, or they did something that was, you know, against the morals of society, when they get in there and they self-rehabilitate and they start reading stuff about history and things that weren't taught in school, they have knowledge. And when they come out and they try to share that knowledge, they discredit those people real quick. They say, oh man, he's an ex-felon. He's a criminal. Doesn't matter the good he's doing. Doesn't matter that he changed his life. I mean, people say it about me all the time. Oh, who you are. You got the nerve to have morals now. You were a bank robber. You were a drug dealer. You did porn. So, I own up to it. I don't live in a closet like a lot of you guys. I don't pretend to be this religious zealot and act like, you know, I'm a goody two-shoe. But I keep it real. But by discrediting a person, you weaken his strength as far as his message, so you think. It's no different than when you see guys who have been in the military and followed orders, did what they were supposed to, and then they come back and have a different perspective on America and what's the narrative. You know, what these politicians are saying. What are they preaching? Most of the things I've learned in my life that I've been using to get ahead and further myself have been things I self-taught. And most of the people I talk to that have been able to accomplish great success, it's come from things they were taught. If you go to these college institutions now and you see what the narrative is, the socialism, the communistic behavior, the anarchy as far as, you know, going against everything that was the founding foundation for our culture, our society. And then, like I said, our society and our culture has been a lie from day one. Whether you want to believe it or not, I mean, George Washington said it, man. These people running around here, when he landed over here, you know, or, you know, got over here via boat, he said, if you take these garments away from these Moors and you strip them of their identity, they will never know their history in the years to come. It's a fact. It's a fact, man. Blacks were over here. They didn't all come over here in slave ships. Most of the slaves were over in Portugal. Most of the people who were traded, majority, the first slave trade started in Portugal, man, off the coast of Spain. And Christopher Columbus was Spanish, and they were basically taking slaves back there and trading them. And a lot of the slaves from Africa made their way over also through the what's considered that slave trade route. And you know, some made it here, but not like what they claim. Where are the slave ships? Where they find wreckage of all these pirate ships, old you know, canoe, all this stuff, but where are the slave ships at? See, this game, man, it's a big lie, man. It's a big lie. Divide and conquer. I tell you, man, prison is a micro of the macro. You get to prison, white, black, Crip blood, north, south, East Coast, West Coast, California, New York. There is no organization. You got 100 guards controlling 2,000 inmates. A lot of them alpha males. They shackle them up, black box them. By the time they get to where they're going, man, they're happy just to have a goddamn bathroom that they can sleep in, and 3 meals and whatever TV programs. You see what I'm saying? Just like a lot of people out here, they're happy just to have their goddamn TV programs. You know, now it's the jabs and the non-jabs. Oh, if you're non-jab, you shouldn't get this, you shouldn't get that. If you're a jab, I mean, why are you worried about it? Why are you so worried about it, man? Why are you so worried about the next person in their body, right? My body, my choice? Isn't that what you guys all say? It's crazy, man, but at the end of the day, we all have to make our own choices, and humans are tribal by nature, and that's why they create these different groups. Republican, Democrat, Crip Blood, Vice Lord GD, you know, BGF, white supremacist. It's got to be a hate factor in there to control. If there was any type of unity among a lot of these high-powered groups, man, the people who run shit would be scared to death because they couldn't run it because there's only a handful of them. They need the confusion and all the chaos in order to continue control. And they need you to go and stay in school, do what you're supposed to, because that's obedience. It's a routine, man. Go to class, get up in the morning, recess. That's your little lunch break at work when you get older. Go back to class, lunch break. That's your lunch break when you get older and go to work. Go play a little while, another little break, go home, sit in traffic. Same shit you did when you was in first grade. Do you get it? Do you guys not see what the big agenda is? Most of you guys don't, because you don't have time to reflect and think, and you don't want to think about it, and you don't want to question anything. You don't even want to know what the real answer is. Some people, man, you can show them something in a book or point it out to them, and they'll just get mad and slap it down. They don't want to even know. They don't want to hear it because they want to just go back to sleep, man. And that's what it boils down to. Most people are asleep and they're comfortable being asleep. But the whole premise of this video is, do you see how a few can control a many? It's right in front of your face, man. You teach them young. Put that chain, that shackle on them, whether it's a mental shackle, whether it's a religious shackle, whether it's an economic shackle. When you take it off, they don't even leave, man. They don't even leave. I know people in LA who live 15 minutes from the beach, 15 miles from the beach, and they've never been to the beach because of just how they've been conditioned. And it's not just in LA. I've been to other places where some people don't travel 30, 40 minutes outside their immediate circle. Because if you don't travel outside your circle, you don't know what's going on outside of your scope of living. Therefore, you don't question anything. See, the more you get out, the more you can question, and the more you can say, maybe something ain't right. But like I said, at the end of the day, it's your choice, man. Do your thing out there, man. But don't think just because what you do and the fact that you have a degree or whatever you want to call it, that you're better than the next person. Not necessarily, man. You might just be an indoctrinated fool. And I'm not saying a person without a degree is any smarter than you, but hey, man, we both put on pants. We both put on shoes. Some of you guys don't shower as often as others. What makes you better than the next person? Damn sure ain't education, because I've seen people who are educated who are broke as hell. And I've seen some guys from the block that are balling out of control, and these guys never had anything past 8th grade education. And they're more free than the people who are actually more educated, because they see things that other people don't see. So keep your game right, man. Stay laced up. This Big Herc, man. I'm always spit some game, and you know, I'm always looking for the truth and everything going on around me, man. Much love.
I know you're not the average motherfucker, so I got some merch for you. Never settle for average, because we ain't the average motherfuckers. Tank tops, t-shirts, never settle for average, because we ain't the average motherfuckers. Got them hats. Got them hats, man. Big Herc916.com. Pick you up some merch. Limited, very limited. I'm not going to have a bunch of these because there's only a limited edition of people who ain't the average motherfuckers.
Lockdown's over. Get your yard time in. Exclusively at FreshOutSeries.com.
Hello, I'm Big Herc916. Contact me for life coaching and motivational speaking.